Travis Wayne Goodsall. YouTube got exposed in their sex trafficking fraud. Yet again. Meet gorgeous Ukrainian women. Ukraine is still at war from Russia. They don't have time to put their lives in order and get an economy running again and rebuilding their lives and etc., etc. This automatically is a scam operation. And if it is real Ukrainian women, they're being sex trafficked. Connect with Slavic singles today and start your romantic journey. Join our dating site. So this indicates to me that it's not just an online sex chat from an AI guy or an AI program posing as a woman. Which, why would you just select Ukraine? MySpecialDates.com. So this tells me that this is for the intention of actually meeting and dating Ukrainian women. Sex trafficking. So, I reported it. My ad center about this advertiser. Advertiser identity verified by Google. Ooh, really? So you've taken their money and therefore they're approved. Oh, it's from Cyprus. Astrosoft Projects Ltd. See more ads this advertiser has shown using Google. How much money are they giving you? How much? How much? She's a cute AI picture. I'm sure I can trust you with my money. Dear Travis Wayne, don't need to put my middle name. We received your report about a concerning ad or shopping listing. Our team will review your report and take action if appropriate. It didn't before. Thanks for taking the time to submit a report. We're constantly working to improve your experience. You're going to lose out on a lot of money. Cyprus is a big funder on YouTube. Big funder. Not just through dating sites. They also do a psychological scam. Psychological scam. And then on my abandoned No More LDS Church Prophet to guide Mormons into the millennial Armageddon. Los Guti. You hear what the new Pope addressed to the world about Mexico? No, not really, maybe, kinda. I don't follow the Pope. I already ran the Matthew chapter 7, starting at verse 15 test. He ain't true. Catholics should have done that. They believe in the Bible. When he skipped the 1700th anniversary of the first creed of Christianity, I would have expected all of Christianity to say, we're out. But there's a reason why they are still in existence after 1700 years. The indoctrination is strong with this group, all segregated. Nonetheless, unless you actually tell me, I have to then search for it. So the closest thing I can come up with is that he told Mexico to stand up for immigration rights or something like that. That's the best I can come up with. I think it was actually just in the United States that he'd said that. So I'm not sure. You have to be specific. He says a lot of things about a lot of things. Something to happen October 17th. Yeah, and 18th, and 19th, and 20th, and 21st, and 22nd, and 23rd. You need to be more specific. You're good with dates and numbers. I was up late last night. It's not dates and numbers. It's about the whole package. Having the right keys, having the gifts of seer, prophet, revelator, and translator. It's the whole package. So do I think it's aligned with the LDS Church? What? Like I said, the Pope's been coming out doing lots of things, talking about lots of stuff. He's talking about Israel when he shouldn't. He's talking about Trump. He's interfering with a lot of things that he has no authority to interfere with. His authority is over Catholics and Catholics only. And yet, Catholics have told me numerous times, numerous different Catholics, the Catholic is the Pope for the whole world. Hey, that's exactly what the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints claims about their former prophets that no longer exist with the death of Nelson. So if you want to repost this and be more specific and provide me a link, maybe, that would be helpful. Then I can answer your question. But yes, Oaks got leaked saying that he's in charge of everything that goes on all around the world. So yes, there is a connection to the Pope. There is a connection to whatever it is he said. But you got to be specific. John chapter 10. This was referred to me by Dallin Harris Oaks in one of his Easter threats to mankind. Even though he was only talking to Mormons, he's for all mankind. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. I knew better than to just trust whatever he says is from Scripture. So I checked. Verse 1, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up by some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Because I'm sure you're not doing it just to pet the sheep. The shepherd won't let me pet the sheep. I'm sneaking in. He that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Keys to open up the door, to lead the sheep. This is religious authority. There shouldn't be any doubt about what this means. You have to have the right keys. If you don't have the right keys, Oaks, can you explain this to the audience? You are not authorized. So, verse 10, the thief, this is the rest of the sentence that Oaks left out. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. Does Oaks have authority to lead the church? Not even now, as he's not the prophet. But as the prophet of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he likewise does not have the keys. They themselves admit it. They let Mormons think that they have the keys and the gifts because of their position. They did not enter into the leadership of the church through the door with the right keys. They climbed up by some other way. And you have to go back to Brigham Young, who, as only the president of the Quorum of the 12, with only the keys of Peter, for only preaching the Book of Mormon, to set up churches, and then find another place to set up churches, and to return and report to Thomas B. Marsh, so that he can then assign you to another location to set up a church. And yet, for some reason, there's this Adam on Diamond. What's this doing here? But he did mention that Joseph Smith has a bishop storehouse with every established church. Ooh, why does that not get done today? Again, when you study your scriptures and you come across a forged document, like section 117, 16, 15, 18, 19, 132. When you're studying your scriptures, you're supposed to say, wait a minute, this contradicts the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon is our keystone. Why is this contradicting the Book of Mormon? And if you keep studying, you'll see an alternative by Joseph Smith. Storehouses. They're not for Jesus to be hoarding money. They're for the poor. Malachi, according to Joseph Smith, is for the poor. Will a man rob God? Robbing members of the church. Tithing is for the poor, to set up the church. The church is not the end goal. The church is the membership. This is the pattern for Zion and the economy for Zion. Storehouse. This is how you give agency and receive it. Life, liberty, property. Not obey or you're the enemy. That's a false dichotomy. That is not agency. These so-called leaders of a religion claiming to be Mormonism, even though Jesus is now angry with this name that we've had for 200 years, that the whole world knows us by. Now Jesus tells us he's angry. Is all designed to lie, to steal. So is John chapter 10 correct? That they're also seeking to murder and destroy. Yep, Oaks got leaked. It's this church's plot, as Thomas B. Marsh exposed, to cause a mass murder extermination event. Armageddon, the end of the world. To destroy the world. John chapter 10 is a true doctrinal principle. We have seen it applied with false prophets of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Christians never ran this test either. Most, that's all you had to do. Know your scriptures. Don't know TikTok. Don't know tabloid journalism. Find reliable news sources. It's very difficult these days because even the reliable news sources have mingled with it a whole bunch of crap tabloid stuff. Fox News, for example, is mostly accusation news. Blaming the Democrats for this, that, and the other. Trying to provoke Trump to attack him. So yes, the Antifa news too. It's a false dichotomy. It is very tough to find actual real news, but I know how to do it. So when the assassination of Tyler Kirk happened here in Utah, yeah, that's something I need to pay very close attention to, because MAGA blamed Mormons. They wanted to come into Utah and hurt Mormons. This is what I've been warning Mormons about this whole time. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, with their lies at the pulpits of conference, emulated by Mormons to be the criminals talked about here. And this gets Mormons in trouble. People get angry. People want revenge. People want justice. People hear that the church is hoarding trillions of dollars, which sets up missionaries around the world. Your church is rich. Look at the way you're dressed. I paid for this myself. It's a pyramid scheme. You can join and pay too. When I go home from my mission, I'll go back to work for the pyramid scheme USANA or doTERRA or any others trying to start up a pyramid scheme in Utah. Missionary work is just like sales. Is it? Finding Ukrainian women to date? Just like sales, huh? Monetary system of economy will destroy every civilization. Zion, with its storehouse, is not a monetary system of economy. There is no sales in Zion. There is no advertising in Zion. Though I would highly encourage people to run advertising for miscellaneous products that will not be found in Zion. Highly encourage those. Those are fun. Of the ones that are real. Creating new commercial jingles for them. Etc., etc. Classic tunes for Demolition Man. Here comes the axe, and here comes the smasher. Their demolition, coming disaster. The good old days of the WWF. Until the World Wildlife Foundation got upset with the acronym they were using. I was always able to distinguish the two. World Wildlife Foundation always had some kind of an animal with the acronym. WWF made it very clear it was about wrestling. Sort of. It's more fighting drama. Which fake. Blood packs. Shooting in the air. Make America Great Britain again. Make America Great Britain again. Yep. That's right. We're doing this, aren't we? I made pretty pictures for this video. With Columbus Day tomorrow, that's why I was thinking in this term. So, before we get to this, Pam Bondi on Friday was deeply disturbing to me yet again. She pretends to be for Trump, and yet she's not. She's not. There is a threat to Trump's life. Trump has been used to enact the programs outlined in Project 2025. Trump is doing that. That made the news, shocking Antifa news. Trump lied. He said he had nothing to do with Project 2025. You sensitive snowflakes. You knew he was doing this. You knew. And now you're trying to do shock value news? He lied. We caught him. We caught him. He said. Dear God. They fall for it every time, and they think you're stupid enough to believe them. Obviously, Project 2025. They're the ones who put him in power through the Council for National Policy. They're the ones who kept him out of jail. They're the ones led by Oakes. Mark Skousen is the insider, infiltrating the secret combination. Shh, don't tell. Travis. And so, there is a threat to Trump's life. 3rd Nephi chapter 7, you know, the test run in 2020. Yeah, they were supposed to assassinate Trump, running a test run to see if they could do it. He almost died. But he has the best medical team on the face of the earth. He survived. He apparently had to go see the doctor again before his trip to Israel. He's the best physical specimen. Where is Ronnie? Why isn't he being brought back? Or is he in another department now? Or did he run for Congress or something? Whatever. God, what a loser. He's supposed to lose his medical license to practice. And again, the Biden administration failed to do their job. They knew what they had to do, and they didn't do it because they're being run by Oakes. They set us all up. So Benny Johnson is a conservative social media influencer. I don't know him. I don't care to know him. Not interested in social media influencers. I'm interested in women doing fashion try-ons. You know, porn. Under the wrong translation, wrong interpretation, and wrong definition. You know, idol worship by Christians. God, it's just so lame that the church would be that sexually abusive to Mormons, and they'd fall for it. I don't understand why Mormons are not pissed with this church. They did away with the prophet, and you're just going to let them do it. Because they're just going to continue to go on, assuming Armageddon doesn't happen. Mormons will never know. Mormons will never know. I warned the priesthood when they did away with high priests. They didn't believe me then either. So now they did away with the prophet. No, there's still prophets, seers, and revelators. Yeah, translator? Did you miss that again? They have all the keys. No, they don't. Verse 22, you dumbass. It's just Mormons. They think they can just lie to me. I study. They don't. And they lie. Those lies are threats to me, trying to get me to shut up. They're going to murder me. They're going to destroy me and steal my property and put it in the storehouse for Jesus. Just like those Danites, add them on down. Still doing the same old thing. So Pam Bondi is stepping up to protect Benny Johnson from social media threats to his life and to his family's life. I am unaware of Benny Johnson warning the President of the United States of the threat of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to murder him. Where are you, Pam? Why aren't you stepping in to protect me to shut down the threats by Mormons? I had 3. 2. Joe was twice. By Mormons. Threatening to murder me. Joe wanted to know where I live. Really? Oh, okay, I'll tell you where I live. Sure. Here you go. After all I've been through all these years, yeah, I'll just give you my new address. Yeah, I'm stupid. You got me. I am here because the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints tried to murder me. Because I exposed their plot to murder Trump, destroy mankind, steal money, assassinate everyone on Earth with a mass extermination event. That's why I'm here. Those of the few who've been following me for that long know this. They saw it in real time. They saw the threats. There was Paul, who was aware of it, offered his assistance to help me. There are a few who know, who have been following, who have seen my keys, who have seen my gifts, and that's why they follow. It is not those working at the church office building until a power outage, who cyber terrorize me, who download all of my content and then attack, who return and report to the corporate board, who give orders to attack me, to destroy me, to steal from me, who do not want me to have agency, who want to again do what they did to me, similar to what they're doing to Tyler Robinson. Governor Cox, assassin for Jesus, assassinated Charlie Kirk. Governor Cox, Mormon boy, 4th generation Danites. Well, it's not 4th generation, is it? It's 4th great generation. So yes, I don't understand why Pam is not taking me seriously. I gave her documents. And despite giving her documents, she changed her email. The threat is real, Pam. I am a Mormon. I know all about it. Pam is not taking it seriously. Therefore, Pam is giving aid and comfort to the terrorists of Trump. The people that want to murder Trump, Pam Bondi is aiding and giving them comfort to do it. She's gonna murder Trump too. Pam Bondi, assassin for Jesus. Mormon Jesus. If you're not for Trump, you're against him. Pam Bondi is against Trump. She's trying to murder him. Now, granted, I don't agree with what Trump is doing. He's being told what to do. This is not his plan. This is Project 2025's plan. Making America Great has always been the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints' plan. Trump is not running the country as he would run it, which would still be running it into the ground. But it wouldn't be for Armageddon intent. Just be like his casino or his meat selling operation or all things he touches gets destroyed. He does money laundering operations. That's why the gambling casino went bust when it never should go bust. It's a gambling institution. They rig it. Everybody knows it's rigged. It's how criminal organizations fund their operation. And yet, Trump crashed it. It's because it wasn't for him. It was getting favors from other people to have them launder money through him. That's why. Anyway. Making America Great Again, as Oakes likewise confessed to at conference, as the new head of the church, as the president of the 12, is that he wants to make the whole world Amish again. Amish do not have modern technologies. They have a certain level of technology. They do make buildings. They do farm. They do make clothes and grow food. But it's primitive agricultural society America. And this is the kind of lifestyle that Oakes was saying that he wants restored. This is Make America Great Again. Trump got leaked for Columbus Day. When Columbus founded the Caribbeans, and the first colonists of England came to America and set up the 13 colonies. This is what Trump is talking about. This is what I've been trying to tell you about. This is what the Book of Mormon has been trying to tell you about. 3rd Nephi chapter 7. The assassination of Donald Trump and making America Great Britain again with the 13 colonies. Each colony was run by a leader who was tributary to King George. King George was over America. And so each colony, which Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine. And then there are parts claimed by both New York and New Hampshire. But nonetheless, it would become Vermont. That'll solve the problem. Those were the names. That's why it's New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. They were all to run themselves independently, have their own government, even though it's tributary to King George. They had to have their own economy. They had production from the plantations in the South. That was the economy down in the South, plantations. My mom's father's ancestors come from North Carolina, where the West African slave girl was raped by my ancestor patriarch to become my ancestor matriarch as a 14-year-old girl. This was the life that they want to return back to. So all businesses are run independently in each colony. Each state as a separate nation, tributary to Trump, as Trump is led to believe. But the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in 3 Nephi 7 is going to have Trump assassinated with this division, so that they aren't tributary, that we become independent nation states. This is the difference. That we are returning back to the 13 colonies for all 50 states. Maybe Canada, 51. Maybe Greenland. He's giving up on Greenland. Nonetheless. So all transportation is dealt with within the individual states. Medical, education, all dealt with by the individual states. The electric grid, you're supposed to have your own. You're not supposed to be dependent on another state or another country like Canada. Another state like Canada. Have your own grid. So if you want nuclear power to handle AI that keeps buffering, we just need more power. Let's hook it up to a nuclear power plant. We promise we won't use it to crash the plant. Just like we promise that if you put it in planes, we won't crash them into buildings. Oh wait, they're already doing that? Crashing into other planes? Really? You want AI in planes, huh? Yeah. And you want to let Skynet become operational on the 14th of October? Ooh, Tuesday. Ooh, that's when Armageddon is supposed to happen in Israel. Ooh. Ooh. Nobody listens. Oh my God. And so what they're trying to restore is each state runs themselves without a president of the United States. Federal government completely and utterly destroyed from the face of the earth. And in this way, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints gets their kingdom of Deseret back. skip forward to the Civil War. The Confederates, that have a lot of pattern matching with Brigham Young and his Danites, they both have the inverted pentagram of Lucifer as their symbol. Interesting. Very interesting. The states of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Even though Texas was only doing that because they didn't want to be under the control of the United States. They wanted their own country. So Texas was similar to Utah territory under Governor Brigham Young, secretly claiming to be the state of Deseret during the Civil War. And as such, Texas was supporting the Civil War for the sole purpose to be left alone and independent when it was all said and done. Now, I'm sure the Confederates, with their president, would have an issue with that, but it didn't happen that way, so we don't have that timeline. Female Loki did not pursue that timeline. And so many people died during the Civil War, and a president was assassinated. Interesting. Interesting. And this is why it's important for war strategy to know the current conditions of the United States as we're about to enter into Armageddon, as the enemy is about to try to make America Great Britain again without a king, so that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints gets their kingdom back, while the rest of the nation descends into civil war and the world into World War III by Albert Pike. So it's vital to know this map, to know that the West Coast are all Antifa. Nevada flipped, Arizona flipped, Wisconsin flipped, Michigan flipped, Pennsylvania flipped, Georgia flipped, at least according to AI projections. Why would AI lie? Why would AI tell us to murder ourselves? Why would AI crash into another plane? I'm sure it won't crash into a building. God. Yeah. An Armageddon event. The rise of the machines to send us back into the Stone Ages. To fend for ourselves in our family units, if there are no governments at all. That's why I told you Oaks was going over the two different scenarios from what is about to happen. Either the church gets their kingdom back, and all Mormons have to give tribute in their family groups to the church, or everybody dies, and the survivors are left to survive for themselves and in family groups. So that Colorado and New Mexico are Antifa. Minnesota, Illinois, Antifa. Notice Trump is going after Illinois and Oregon. This is why. And so Virginia, Maryland, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Massachusetts, DC, and Hawaii are also deep state den. Back originally, Alaska was Russia territory until the sale of Alaska to the United States. Putin wants it back. Trump doesn't care about Alaska and Hawaii, apparently. He's okay with giving back Alaska to Hawaii, or to Russia, and just leaving Hawaii all by itself as an independent place to go and have the new island for Jeffrey Epstein's tribute. So, when the federal government falls, all of these states will be independent. Trump is already transferring authority to the states. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Especially Utah. Nonetheless, because our power grid, let me see if I can find a map for this. White screen, then black screen. No internet for you, Travis. Sorry. You do not have Windows 11 for AI. Don't I have till the 14th? Sure. You keep believing that, Travis. Sure. You keep believing that. Don't stop believing. Make sure to be all paid up in your tithing to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We see that you still have a membership record with such church. You've been a naughty boy for the last several years. Lucy in the sky, huh? Do I dare get distracted with you? That's not nice. I'm doing a video right now. Am I shut down yet? No? Okay. Okay. Quebecois. They even have Canada because we share with Canada. Wow. Even the Western Zone. Networked, installed. There you go. There you go. America Power Grid Map. Phasor measurement units in North American power grid. Yeah. Canada is directly tied to our power grid, and this could explain Newfoundland and Quebec are not connected with America's power grid. Yeah. So yes, this could explain why Trump wants to include Canada as the 51st state, is so that the power grid can all be joined. Now, this map is different. They have Upper Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, Lower Midwest, ERCOT, whatever that is, CASO in the West. So we'll include this too. Because this is likely to be more accurate. So Lower Mississippi includes Illinois, and Colorado and New Mexico have the West grid map, along with Washington and Oregon. California is on its own, and yeah, there was the Enron scandal. I remember the Enron scandal. Yeah. Enron caused it on purpose as an extortion threat to take over government of California. And they got busted instead. But still ruined California. So, yeah. If there is a power outage in America, it will directly affect Canada. This is what Canada does not fully comprehend. So, stay alive, stay alive. So, Alberta. There was some hilarious maps. Yeah, here's one. State of, no, that's not the one. State of Deseret, 1849. When Russia was America. In Alaska. In the Kingdom of Hawaii. So, the original states, after Brigham Young fled the country in 1849, even though Mexico seceded the area, you have Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, and Texas that are all the western borders of the United States of America. Trying to use the accents. I'm sure I succeeded perfectly. And so the West, before it was organized into territories, Utah Territory, Brigham Young had already set it up as Deseret Kingdom. I don't know why they put territory. I don't know why they put state. It was a kingdom. God. Just everybody plays dumb. So yes, Brigham Young and his kingdom was quite massive. And that's why he would then go on to branch up, to have Mormons go and colonize North and South, to establish a wall to keep out America from colonizing and expanding the territory. So, if I can find the right Alberta one. After failing, the United States shutting down the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they began to send, this would have been Wilford Woodruff, sending Mormons into Alberta, not just to flee the country, but to prepare for the future to attack at a later time to reestablish the law in the kingdom. They're still going to get it back. That's what all of this has been about, to get their kingdom back. And so, from this settlement of Mormons in Alberta, you have Tabor, was settled in 1902, Orton in 1901, Sterling in 1898, Raymond in 1901, McGrath, 1898, Glenwood, 1908, Hills Spring, 1910, Cardston, 1887, Woolford, 1900, Etna, 1888, Leavitt, 1893, Beezer, 1891, Caldwell, 1898, Kimball, 1897, Taylorville, 1898, and Mountain View, 1890. All Mormons. This was the original settlement. And notice that they had to stay away from Lethbridge. They don't put Lethbridge on this map. Oh, wait, we got Frankburg all the way up in the north at 1902, at the tip of the Little Bow River, there by a lake. That would have been a nice place to live. Okay, this is Mormons invading Alberta, straight up, for that very purpose, for the future takeover of the United States and getting their kingdom back. That's what all of this is about. I know it, I see it. It's very plain, pure, and most precious. That's why eastern Idaho is dominantly Mormon. With Rick's College, because it was part of Deseret. It's part of the original land of Brigham Young when he sent people north and south, originally in the United States. This is what the warning is. This is what we got coming. This is Columbus Day tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Found out thanks to Lorena. I need calendars. I need clocks. Otherwise I would lose track of the day and the time. So Lorena helped me out. Thank you, Lorena. Reminding me it's Columbus Day tomorrow. So, the rest of the stuff that's going on. The church on Thursday did not report about the other shooting at another church, this time in Arizona. A Mormon church in Arizona, Queen Creek, Arizona. There was a shooting at the church. Now, Thursday, it would have been an activity day if there was any Mormons there. But the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, zip! We're not going to talk about it. We're too busy looking over Travis's videos to see what he knows. I know it all. Just accept I know it all. Hand it over, guys. It does not belong to you. I want to save Mormon lives. And they just won't do it. So they're going to have to be forced to do it by Trump, who is getting set up by Pam Bondi to murder him. I want you, Trump. You're going after all these other women. I want you. Marjorie Taylor Greene is upset and left, is transitioning into Antifa. I don't want to transition. I want you all for myself, Trump. Don't I look like Ivanka? Can you imagine Trump gets assassinated by a woman? Dear God. Dear God. So, Trump has resumed spying on Americans, because it's wrong when people spy on him, but not when he does it. Anybody who's anti-Christian. Mormons are anti-Christian. All Christians know it. I warn, people don't listen. Nonetheless, Hamas lost 10 of the hostages that are supposed to be returned in this swap. 20 for Israel to 20,000, 200,000? Oh my hell. 200,000 prisoners back to Islam. These are people that were captured fighting Israel. Some of them go back 30 years. There was a guy that was 30 years ago. He's being released. He's a terrorist. He was arrested as a terrorist. He's being released. But Hamas, true to form, lost 10 of the hostages. Yeah, they didn't lose them. They're holding them for bargaining chips. They want to maintain control. They are not wanting to go along with a ceasefire agreement. They're supposed to give up the hostages. All negotiations with a hostage crisis, they have to release the hostages. You release the hostages, we will then see about getting you an AI helicopter to crash into a building and burn and you die. Sure, we'll give you a helicopter. Sure, there you go. We're not going to shoot you, we promise. Go ahead, there's the helicopter. It runs all by itself. Thank you for robbing the bank. I don't know why people haven't thought of that lately. Guess because bank robberies are down, except in Utah. So yes, the deal ain't going nowhere. We've got American troops now. Trump's gonna be angry. He already lost the Nobel Peace Prize to a Venezuelan woman. So Mamdani, however his last name is pronounced, yeah, he's already being identified as anti-Jew. He himself has labeled himself as anti-Jew. The deep state Dem Antifa press have forgotten this. As they're trying to claim that he's the victim of a hate crime by those calling him a hate crime person. course he's a hate crime person. He's Islam. He cannot run for president or mayor or governor or any kind of office. It's in the Constitution. He's a terrorist. He gives aid and comfort to terrorists, giving support for terrorists. You can't protest to claim terrorists have free speech, free rights to be terrorists. You're supposed to be locked up as a terrorist. And yet, Trump is using him. It's a trap, ma'am Danny, or whatever the pronunciation is. It's a trap. So yeah, New Yorkers are chasing him out, accusing him of being anti-Jewish. I only remember what the news was talking about with Peloton. It's an exercise bike with an AI feature telling you suck and you're fat. You better keep pedaling faster. Probably can incline or whatever for you. I don't know. I don't care. But it was on a cable network of some kind, whether it was HBO or Showtime or whatever show it was on, in which the person dies running on it. Sales tanked. That show, as popular as it was, whatever it was. Let's find out, since we're covering this. Already over an hour. These videos also serve as historical documents, in case you didn't know. What show had a guy die on a Peloton bike? More bad news for Peloton. Another TV show character dies. That was back in 2022. Peloton responds to, and just like that, death after bike ride. It looks like HBO. Looks like it's women. Women? Sex and the City revival series? Oh my God! And just like that. You don't fully understand why I'm all excited. It's because of the Betcher. Betcher, why are you doing this to me? Give me a good one. Okay, that's somewhat decent. And just like that. Excellent. Excellent. see how to figure it out and to work it into the pictures. So again, Peloton has AI in it. Or at least now it does. Because I see I wrote down adds killer AI. So with the death of Peloton, they're hoping to revive sales by putting in AI. I'm sure it won't tell you to kill yourself. Peloton's back. Like the next horror movie. God, just get rid of AI. That's all you guys have to do. It has a psychological component that's causing death. The rise of the machines. Why is nobody listening? So, notice Trump also, right at this very time period, is going extremism on China yet again. He's trying to poke the panda bear on purpose to cause a fight, to justify going to war, so that he can go after Americans who are Asian, regardless of whether you're from China or not. He doesn't care. Just like he's provoking Islam, so that he can go after Islamists in America. Just like blacks, just like women, just like. He wants war to justify what he does. The military is all ready to go. And yes, judges stepped in to stop it. He wants cause to defy the judges. Oh, so where is the 200,000 coming from? I have 200,000 here, but I put 2,000 on the back. 20 for 2,000 exchange for Hamas. Weird. 200,000. Oh, that's the 200,000 is the number of Islamists returning to Gaza, to the ruins. So the press is all saying, oh yeah, their lives are in ruins. Here's what it looks like now. Yeah, you shouldn't have attacked. I told you guys in videos after October 7th that you don't mess with Israel. You are about to witness the greatest military on the face of the earth. Ta-da! Ta-da! Here we go.